Mike, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So we're here today to get your tech confession. I am interested in your software-defined moment, when you stopped thinking about hardware and started thinking about software.
Yeah, so, it's funny. I think I've always been on the application side. Now that I'm at AWS, I look at it more as, when we talk software-defined moments, the transformational moment within an organization. And how we adjust from that concept of doing the same task over and over again in a manual process, or how we build out environments thinking, this is always going to be the set in stone path, and moving towards like orchestrated and automated solutions. And one of the things that really excited me and why I came over to AWS was just this idea that we could really get into having these continuous integration and continuous deployment models and doing it in a way that everything would run as code. And so I never had to worry about the hardware anymore. And so here, we're at VMworld, and we're really excited about the partnership that AWS has with VMware. And we get to talk about how we can take that infrastructure that we're used to running on-prem, and we can model it and run it within a software-defined data center in AWS, within a virtual private cloud environment, but running that same ESXi stack that we know and understand how to orchestrate and manage on-prem. So we can take all of the code pieces that we built over time, apply them the same way that we did on-prem, but now not have to worry about the underlying hardware, and still hook into the AWS features and functionality. So it's really the easy button for migration. It's a really exciting time to be working in tech and understanding how this all comes together.
It is exciting, and cloud is like the hot button word this week, all week. It's everything's cloud this, cloud that. So as a solutions architect, I'm sure you've seen a lot of mini little miracles with your customers as well. Do you have an aha moment that stands out for a customer?
Yeah, I cover US federal DoD, so lots of unique customer sets there. But I think what we've seen is everyone worries about security and cloud and how secure is it? So I don't understand it, and really it's the matter of not understanding the reality of the situation that leads to that fear. And when they start to understand that security is job zero for us at AWS, and all the layers of security that go into how we orchestrate and architect within a virtual private cloud environment for zero trust, and how it's a shared security model between us, AWS, and our customer, and how they look at the way that they apply their security settings and encryption at multiple levels in the environment, the light bulb kind of goes off, and they're like, oh, you're saying we actually have better visibility and more security, and because we're orchestrating and automating the way that we deploy, we have consistency in deployment, so we get rid of what I call the Bob problem. So you can secure your environment as much as you want, right? But you can't account for Bob, who's sitting in the corner doing something crazy. And so how do we get around the Bob problem? Well, we have this consistent model, and we have visibility into the environment, and we have control over who has access from both administrative and user access, and we can restrict and have very fine granular control into that all through the AWS process with IAM. And I think that's really compelling. Customers, once they realize how that works, they buy in a little bit faster. And then you look at all the hard work we've done with compliance and capability with things like FedRAMP and DoD CCSRG or SOC or HIPAA, and we really have a solid compliance story to tell too. So it's exciting stuff.
It is exciting. Is there anything else that you're excited about, like future looking?
Yeah, so we made an announcement around RDS on AWS, or on-prem on vSphere this week, and I think that's going to be a real game changer, and I'm really hoping everyone stays tuned to the news as we enter into the preview phase, which is coming very soon.
Cool, yeah, it's coming, I think, by the end of the year?
Yeah, so next couple months we'll have something out, and people can start playing with it, and I don't want to give away too much,
that's
but
fine.
we're looking at it, and we're really excited about how this kind of changes the dynamic of the role of a database administrator on-prem for what they're responsible for. And within the AWS RDS stack, we're giving them the ability to focus in on what really matters, the data and optimization into the application. And now being able to do that on-prem and having that hybridity and capability to have access controls both on-prem and in the cloud, and a managed service offering that kind of meets both. I think it's going to change things. And I think the competitive landscape is going to adjust, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong.
Who knows? What guess time will tell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for joining me today, Mike.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
When you're ready to make your tech confession, join us at techconfessionstheshow.com.